so much.
Love you, Rabbi.
Love you.
Okay.
You need a hug, I'm here.
I want sunglasses.
Anyway, Tzfat is a city of miracles. Israel itself, as Ami's been saying, is a country of miracles. But Tzfat is a city of miracles. There are certain cities. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you, that's amazing.
Okay, guys, someone buy a magnet so he doesn't interrupt me 15 times during my time.
The magnets are there.
Alright, someone buy a
Get on
magnet.
video.
Anyway, so there are certain cities that have more revealed energy of God. So Tzfat is a city of miracles. I was here in yeshiva many years ago, and I came up to Tzfat for a vacation, for like a week vacation, and I just decided to stay here. And I stayed at Ascent, which is a youth hostel down the road. And after I was there, I just became like one of the staff of Ascent. Stayed there in the youth hostel. And so why is it a city of miracles? There are many miracles that happened during that summer, but the biggest miracle is that Tzfat is connected. I'm meeting my wife. So I'll tell you how it happened. I came to Tzfat. I wasn't always religious, and I wanted to. I started becoming religious in college, and I wasn't even always a rabbi. I was working in the stock exchange. I was making a lot of money. I was a trader on the floor of the stock exchange. I owned my own seat, and I was doing very well. But at a certain time in life, I said, you know, it's time for me to get married. And the people that I was meeting in Philadelphia, they just weren't. They would say, oh, I'll keep kosher, I'll keep Shabbat, these are things you do. And then we'd go out for dinner and they'd order shrimp. And I'd say, what about Shabbat? And I said, what about kosher? And they, well, if we get married. Okay. And the girls that I would meet that were religious, I didn't know Hebrew, I couldn't pronounce any words, it took me 15 minutes to say Kiddush, and they were interested until there came some opportunity to show competence in religious skills, and I had none. So I realized that at a certain point in time I would have to gain those religious skills if I wanted to meet someone appropriate. So I went to yeshiva, not because I wanted to be a rabbi. I had a great job. Not because I was searching for something. I had already found it. I was pretty happy. But because I wanted to get married. And I went to yeshiva, and it wasn't a smooth process in terms of meeting someone. I'll tell you that story later. But I came to Tzfat basically to find the wife. There's a women's yeshiva down the road over there. And I walk in. I didn't walk into the women's yeshiva. I had a meeting with the principal there. And he said, I have a great girl for you. Her name is Ronnie Sarah, but she just left. She went back to Canada. So I said, that's great. Who else do you have? Because I want to get married now. I'm not going to Canada. I just showed up in Tzfat. I really like it here. Who else do you have? So I met some people here. It didn't work out. My intention was, I fell in love with the place. I always wanted to move here. I always wanted to stay here. I wanted to make Aliyah and live in Tzfat. I'm an artist. I have a certain capability in art. And so I went to the shadchan, the matchmaker, and I told her the requirements that I would have to have for meeting someone. And I said, my main requirement is that the person has to want to make Aliyah and move back to Tzfat, move to Tzfat. That's my requirement. You have to be college educated. I had a whole list of requirements, but the main one is I wanted to move to Tzfat. And my wife, she also told the shadchan, the matchmaker, that she wanted to meet someone who would live in Tzfat. So that's how we met. So whenever I come here, I think about my wife, which is, to me is the biggest miracle. And it's hard for me because I would like to live here. But I'm not. So anyway, that's why the Chabad house is blue. In case you ever wondered, why is the Chabad house blue? On the outside and on the inside. That's because to remind me of Tzfat and the biggest miracle. I get broken up. Telling the story, it's like, why is he crying? It was very, very hard. I had a broken engagement, and it wasn't so easy in my life. But it was all worth it. Who said something? Oh, Avram, in his speech, said, a lot of times we go through things in our life, and it's very dark, and we just don't understand why it's so dark and difficult. And in the end, everything works out. So that's my idea of Tzfat. If you really pray for something, and really want something with the depth of your being, it comes true.